In this lesson, we're going to talk about navigation. To me, it should be something that's almost second nature to you. And there are a lot of ways that we can navigate through a document or more than one document in Adobe Illustrator. For this lesson, open up Multiple 3 and Navigation. Those are two documents that are inside of your exercise file for this chapter. All right, I've got Multiple 3 open right now. Let's start playing around. Your navigation tools, of course, are over here. You've got a zoom tool and you have a hand tool. Remember, to get to the zoom tool without clicking it, press the letter Z. To get to the hand tool without clicking, press the letter H. Let's start with the zoom tool. All programs have zoom tools. So many different ways that we can use it. For example, if I come over here and just simply click, it will begin expanding out. It will zoom in on the image every time I click. If I want to go back down again, if I hold the Alt key down, you will notice a little negative sign appears right there, and I can click and it will begin stepping me back down again, zooming in or zooming out with the shortcut. If I decide there's an area I want to get to right away, and I don't like this train trip we're going on, click, 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 clack, 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 I can come over here and drag around an area, and when I release, it will pull me directly in. So the zoom tool gives you all of those options. Now the hand tool over here, if I come over, think about it's like a piece of paper on your desk, and you click and you drag and you can move it anywhere that you want. Now there are two other little shortcuts here. If I double click on the zoom tool, it will take me to 100%, even if the 100% takes me to a size that's bigger than I can see in the window I'm in. If I double click on the hand tool, it will take me to a size that will fit within the window that I'm in. So right now I'm at 70%, and that's the largest zoom I can go to and still keep it within the window that I'm using. So you have a lot of little tricks going on there. If you come down here to this button right here and click, you can change to any size that you want, from a 3.13%, which I would imagine is rather small, all the way up to 6,400%, which is rather large. Or you can click that button again and go into Fit on Screen, which is similar to double-clicking on the hand tool. Now, if you're not the kind of person that likes all that kind of stuff, you don't like all the shortcuts and keys, there's another area you can go to. Go up to the word Window on the pull-down menu and go down to Navigator. Let me move that over here. If you've ever worked in programs like Photoshop, I'm sure you've seen this before. You start out, you have this nice big red preview area. What that means is that's the area we're looking at. If I come over here, for example, I can go in here and I can change that to, say, let's say 200%, and then just press the Enter key. At 200%, we now have a larger view, larger than the window can contain, and our red box up here has gotten smaller, the proxy preview. If we click and drag in that area, we can move it around to different places. Another thing you have is a little mountain and a big mountain over here. And if I click the big mountain, I go up and up and up. And if I go this way, I go out and out and out. I can go back and forth. This slider allows you to do the same thing, but it's got kind of a delay on what you see. It's not really live. You almost have to let go of it to see what you're doing. So I prefer to use the little buttons over here if that's what I'm trying to do. Don't forget the shortcut keys, strictly keyboard, for changing zoom. And that's the Command key and the plus or the minus. So on a Mac or Windows, you hold down the Command or the Control key, depending on what operating system you're on, and the plus makes it get bigger, and the negative makes it get smaller. That's just one more way to control what's on the screen. Now, I do have another document open. It's called Navigation. Go ahead and pick that one up. In Navigation, I have two artboards, and we'll get into how you make those later. But there are two artboards in this one document. And notice how my navigator has changed. I now have the ability to click and select very quickly any one of the artboards I have in a document that has multiples just by going to Navigator and clicking. Or I can come down here. Now let's zoom in a little bit with the shortcut, make it kind of big. Maybe I want to go to this one over here, that artboard. Well, down here you have a little button that says number 2, because we're on the second artboard. If I click this little button to the left, I can toggle between the 2 artboards. Navigation, as I began this lesson, to me should be second nature. You should be able to do these things almost without thinking, because navigation is a very big part of working with any application, especially one as complex as Adobe Illustrator. On to the next.